Today's review is a movie that I really enjoy. It's Corpse Bride. This, of course, is co-directed, co-written by Tim Burton. Has a signature style to it. Has Johnny Depp. Has Helena Bonham Carter. Has the music by Danny Elfman. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They do a great job with this movie. And of course, this is a stop motion animation film. And the animation, it's just absolutely breathtaking. Like, it's a lost art. It really is. This movie came out like almost 10 years ago at this point. And you can see the effort, the blood, sweat, and tears into every frame of this movie, which, you don't quite see with the computer animated movies. There's a disconnect here. There's something really, I don't know, something that just you respond to when you can just, like, in the back of your head, when you're watching this movie, or rather maybe thinking about it after, that people, they move these fucking things, these puppets, these not animatronics, but these characters, frame at a time. The effort, and you can even like look really closely, like, you'll see like a piece of like thread or something moving around a little bit, so you can tell this was a hands-on kind of thing. The animation is beautiful, but the important thing is that it is seamless in experiencing it in front of you on screen, because it's not like one of those Christmas cartoons like Nightmare Before Christmas. No, but you know what I mean, like those stop motion where you like see like the lighting's different in one very separate shot and something shifts over. This was done in such a seamless way that you think that these characters are right in front of you. It's just seamless and beautiful animation. So I can't applaud it enough. So, I mean, it has something where if you appreciate that kind of art, it doesn't matter what age you are, you'll enjoy this movie. This definitely is a movie that, while it absolutely has horror elements, it's more for a general audience. I mean, this isn't too gruesome or anything like that. I think it is rated G, if not PG, for, some dark subject matter. Like, obviously, general plot of the movie is the main character, he's betrothed to be married, and he's a bumbling buffoon, and he can't even get his vows right, and sets the bride's mother's dress on fire. He's a bumbling idiot. That's Johnny Depp playing the character, his voice, rather. So he goes out one night, and he's in the woods. He's rehearsing the vows, just profusely. He's trying to get it right, trying to prove himself, not be such a bumbling doofus. But as it would happen, the corpse bride hears those vows and takes it as a marriage proposal, brings him into the underworld where she wants to be his wife. And we learn about her story, her tragic story about being in a relationship that her parents didn't approve of, and being murdered, and the mysterious circumstances surrounding it, and being robbed, essentially, of all her riches, and damned forever, waiting for her husband to come meet her. So it's one of those, scary stories we tell in the dark kind of thing. So it's a really good kind of, very simple story, I think, but very, very well done, and the way they expand upon it within kind of the broader aspects of this movie. So I thought, from a writing standpoint, it's simple, but it's very well done. So they leave enough suspense and have a few twists and turns right there. But definitely, the highest appeal in this, I think, is the voice acting. Johnny Depp, great. Helena Bonham Carter, great. Emma Thompson, great. Or I'm sorry, Emily Watson, not Emma Thompson. Emily Watson is great. Other characters, pop into. Michael Goff is really great in his role as the bookkeeper guy. I thought he was great. Like when I saw this movie in theaters, and like when I first saw him, I was like, Alfred. So that's pretty cool. Lots of other character actors in this movie. I can't recall every single one. I just want to look real quick. Of course, they don't fucking list them on the back of the movie. Anyway, but lots of great actors appear doing voice work. So I thought it was a very enjoyable ensemble piece in that sense, and the characters are very interesting looking, very, very Tim Burton-y. So if that's kind of your thing, you're in heaven as opposed to hell in this movie. So I thought that was great. Oh, and Danny Elfman, by the way, he is the voice of the skeleton who tells the story through song. And that's another thing. This movie is a really good musical. I think they were kind of testing the waters for what would later become uh, the Depp Bonham Carter Burton collaboration, Sweeney Todd, which I think was one of the greatest musicals to come out in the past few years. So I think that was kind of their testing ground. So it's a really great musical. Um, not every song is the best song in the world, but I thought particularly the song about the corpse bride, her story, I thought that was the best, and Danny Elfman sings it greatly. So it's just, I don't know, it's a really amazing looking movie. It looks just so good on Blu-ray. This is one of those movies where it's well worth the upgrade if you can find it. So having watched this again, I hadn't watched it since I saw it in theaters, which was a long time ago. I really fell in love with this movie all over again. I mean, it's not, you know, uh, one of my all-time favorite movies or anything, but I think as I get older and kind of appreciate the craft that would go into, you know. Something that has to be for all audiences. Like, you reach a point where, like, okay, not every movie is made for me. When I was 13, maybe that was true. But I do really admire how they were able to pull this off and make it family friendly, but not make it tame in any kind of way. It tells the story it wants to tell, and I think it's incredibly entertaining. There's lots of funny scenes in the movie. Like, I especially love, the Peter Lorre little maggot in the air, like, oh yes, yes. I love that. And the dog, Scrap, is his name, the bone dog. Great. And yeah, I think it's a highly enjoyable movie. So definitely something, if you're not, say, a gore hound, if during the Halloween time you don't have to watch something that's overly gory, I think this is actually a perfect choice for something that everybody can enjoy. Let's say you have the family over, or you have a family yourself and you want to watch something with some horror elements to it, very classic kind of horror elements, and then definitely this is the movie to watch. Has a little bit of something for everyone, very entertaining, dark and scary, beautiful animation. So I really, really recommend this movie if you haven't seen it. So that'll be my review. Corpse Bride, the Tim Burton, Johnny Depp, Helena Bonham Carter trio, once again, doing what they do best. And they do a lot of good work, I think. So thanks a lot for watching, and more reviews to come.